A very good morning to all of you. Students, we are dealing with our third chapter of geography, and that is drainage. And so far we have discussed about in Ganga river system, and yesterday we started Brahmaputra river system. Now let us again start it. The Brahmaputra rises in Tibet. You know Tibet is a neighboring country of India in the north, and Brahmaputra rises in the Tibet but east of Mansarovar Lake, and that is very close to the sources of the Indus and Satluj. It is slightly longer than the Indus, and most of its course means जितनी ये है ज़्यादातर lies outside India. Then it flows eastward, ये ईस्ट की तरफ चलती है. रिवर सतलज और रिवर इंडस वेस्ट की तरफ जाती है, पैरेलल टू द हिमालयाज. Then on reaching the Namcha Barwa, it's a mountain peak, it takes a U-turn, फिर U-turn ले लेती है and enters India in Arunachal Pradesh through a gorge. Here it is called the Dihang. यहाँ पर आकर इसका नाम दिहांग बन जाता है and it is joined by Dibang, the Lohit and many other ट्रिब्यूटरीज टू फॉर्म द ब्रह्मपुत्रा इन आसाम. जब ये आसाम में आ जाती है तब इसका नाम ब्रह्मपुत्रा हो जाता है और ये बाकी की ट्रिब्यूटरीज इसको ज्वाइन करती है. नाउ वन मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज देयर दैट ब्रह्मपुत्रा इज नोन एज द सांगपो इन तिब्बत. तिब्बत में इसको सांगपो बोलते हैं. जब ये अरुणाचल प्रदेश में आती है तब इसका नाम दिहांग होता है. जब ये आसाम में आ जाती है तब इसका नाम ब्रह्मपुत्रा. Okay, so in Tibet the river carries a smaller volume of water and less silt as it is a cold and dry area, or that is why erosional activity is very much less over there. In India it passes through a region of high rainfall. Here the river carries a large volume of water and considerable amount of silt. The Brahmaputra has a braided channel in its entire length in Assam and forms many riverine islands. Do you remember the name of the world's largest riverine island formed by the river Brahmaputra? Now this is one question for you, and tomorrow you will be writing down the answer. Every year during the rainy season, the river overflows its banks, causing widespread devastation. Devastation means bhankar barbadi due to floods in Assam and Bangladesh. Unlike other North Indian rivers, the Brahmaputra is marked by huge deposits of silt on its bed, causing the river bed to rise. The river also shifts its channel frequently. Now these are two important regions of northern plains, Himalayan rivers they are. Now let us move towards peninsular rivers. The main water divide in peninsular India is formed by the Western Ghat. As you know the definition of water divide, which runs from north to south close to the western coast. This word Western Ghat we read in chapter number 2. Most of the major rivers of peninsula such as the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri, they flow eastward. वो ईस्ट की तरफ बहती है and drain into Bay of Bengal. और कहाँ गिरती हैं? Bay of Bengal में. These rivers make deltas at their mouth. There are numerous small streams flowing west of the Western Ghat. The Narmada and the Tapi are the only long rivers which flow west and make estuaries. Now further we will be discussing about deltas and estuaries. The drainage basins of the peninsular rivers are comparatively small in size. Now let us move towards the first peninsular river, the Narmada. It rises in the Amarkantak hills in Madhya Pradesh. It flows towards the west in a rift valley formed due to faulting. Fault means दरार पड़ जाना, दो चट्टानों के बीच में दो पहाड़ों को अलग अलग बढ़ जाना, जिसको फॉल्ट बोलते हैं. On its way to the sea, the Narmada creates many picturesque locations. The Marble Rocks near Jabalpur, where the Narmada flows through a deep gorge, and the Dholadhar Falls, where the river plunges over steep rocks, are some of the notable ones. Means some worth seeing places are there which are created by river Narmada in between their course. Now let us move towards the another one. First of all the tributaries of the Narmada are very short, and most of these join the main stream at right angles. As we discussed, right angles, that is known as trellis. The Narmada basin covers parts of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. Now the second Tapi basin, this river also flows towards west and drain in Arabian Sea. The river rises in the Satpura ranges in the Baitul district of Madhya Pradesh. It also flows in a rift valley parallel to the Narmada, but it is much shorter. लेकिन ये उससे भी ज़्यादा छोटी लेंथ में है, and its basin covers parts of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra. The coastal plains between Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea are very narrow. Hence, the coastal rivers are short. The main west flowing rivers are Sabarmati, Mahi, Bharatpuzha and Periyar. Now let us see the states in which these rivers drain the water. So these are some of the small questions or one word answer questions which you are to do. Now let us move towards the peninsular river, but they drain in Bay of Bengal, means they flow towards east. The Godavari is the largest peninsular river. It rises from the slopes of Western Ghats in the Nasik districts of Maharashtra. Its length is about 1500 km and it drains, गिरती कहाँ है, into Bay of Bengal. Its drainage basin is also the largest among the peninsular rivers. The basin covers parts of Maharashtra, means half of Maharashtra, and Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. This river Godavari is joined by a number of tributaries such as Purna, Wardha, Pranhita, the Manjara, the Vanganga and the Panganga. The last three tributaries are very large because of its length and the area it covers. It is also known as the Dakshin Ganga. Okay, let's move towards Mahanadi basin. The Mahanadi rises in the highlands of Chhattisgarh. It flows through Odisha to reach the Bay of Bengal, and the length of the river is about 860 km. Its drainage basin is shared by Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Odisha. The Krishna basin rising from a spring, ये एक झरने से निकलती है near Mahabaleshwar. The Krishna flows for about 1400 km and reaches the Bay of Bengal. The Tungabhadra, the Koyana, the Ghat Prabha, the Musi and the Bhima, they are some of its tributaries. इस ड्रेनेज, इसका जो एरिया जिसको ये ड्रेन करती है, बेसिन इज शेयर्ड बाय महाराष्ट्र, कर्नाटका एंड आंध्र प्रदेश. द लास्ट रिवर, the Kaveri, rises in the Brahmagiri range of Western Ghat and it reaches the Bay of Bengal in south of Kudalur in Tamil Nadu. Total length of the river is about 760 km. Its main tributaries are Amravati, Bhamani, Hemavati and Kabini, and its basin drains part of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Now there are some important points. Please let us go through it. The river Kaveri, it makes the second biggest waterfall in India, that is known as Shiv Samudram. The hydroelectric power generated from the falls is supplied to Mysore, Bangalore and the Kolar gold fields. Now you will have to write one more answer, that what is the name of biggest waterfall in India. Now besides these major rivers, there are some smaller rivers flowing towards the east, the Damodar, the Brahmani, the Baitanari and the Subarnarekha. They are some notable examples. We are to locate them in our map. So this is all for the day, and tomorrow we will be discussing about the lakes and importance of rivers and lakes. So till then, bye and have a nice day.